This may be a true story, maybe not. Let's just say it's for entertainment purposes only. I've debated for 3 years about sharing this story. It's haunted me ever since the day my best friend disappeared. Her name was Dana, hardworking, funny, loyal, the kind of woman who never sat still. She was a single mom raising her teenage son, and she'd do anything to give him a better life. We worked together for years at a warehouse outside Baton Rouge before she decided to go out on her own. She started a small cleaning company called Clearview Contracting. She cleaned offices, car dealerships, even some medical clinics. She was determined to build something for herself. And for a while, it was going great, until she landed the job that changed everything. One night, Dana called me sounding excited but nervous. She said she just signed a huge contract with a company called Harrington Logistics and Research. According to her, they were a government subcontractor that did testing and distribution work. They wanted full-service cleaning for their massive facility, and they offered her triple her normal rate. But one catch: her shifts would run from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. She said the man who hired her, Mr. Alcott, was quiet and cold, the kind of person who barely made eye contact. He handed her a thick confidentiality packet and said, "Follow every instruction exactly. Don't ask questions. Don't go into restricted areas. Do not deviate." She laughed it off at first. Money like that doesn't come easy, but even then, something in her tone made me uneasy. After her first week, she started calling me on her way home just to talk. She said the building didn't feel right, too quiet. The staff barely spoke. The guards acted robotic. Everyone wore identical gray badges, and none of them ever left through the front door. She told me the hallway smelled strange, like bleach and copper. Then one night, around midnight, she called whispering. She said there's a guy walking toward the loading dock, leather jacket, black gloves, no badge. I told the guard, but he said the man's authorized. She said the guard's face scared her. His smile looked wrong, forced. After that, she started noticing reddish stains on the floors near the loading bay, the same spots every night. Sometimes the elevator too. She cleaned them, but the smell wouldn't go away. One time, she found what looked like a black trash bag leaking thick fluid by the freight elevator. She was about to move it when the guard appeared and told her, "Leave that, not your job." That same night, she texted me a photo of her mop bucket. I wish I hadn't deleted it. "It won't wash out," she wrote. The water had a faint pink tint. A few days later, Dana called sounding shaken. She said she stumbled onto a door that wasn't on her cleaning schedule. It wasn't locked, so she pushed it open. Inside was a large stainless steel table with a drain in the center. Against the wall were sealed metal drums labeled hazardous organic material. She said it smelled like death and chemicals. That's when she realized something was seriously wrong. She told me she was going to quit. She says she'll go in tomorrow, tell the boss face to face, grab her check, and never go back. I told her not to. I told her to just walk away and call the cops. But she didn't want to lose the money she was owed. That was the last time I ever heard her voice. The next morning, she didn't text me. But that evening, her son called crying. Dana never made it home. 2 days later, they found her van behind an abandoned gas station about 5 miles from the Harrington facility. The keys were still in the ignition. Her cleaning supplies were in the back. Gloves, mops, disinfectant, all neatly stacked except for one tipped-over bucket with a dark, sticky residue on the concrete. The detective said it didn't appear suspicious. That's when I knew how deep this went. A week later, I got a manila envelope in my mailbox. No return address. Inside was a USB drive. There were 2 files. One was her cleaning contract with Mr. Alcott's signature. The other was a grainy security camera clip. The footage showed Dana pushing her mop cart down a hallway at 1:13 a.m., the night she vanished. A man in a leather jacket appeared from the left. He walked straight toward her, said something, and grabbed her arm. She tried to pull away, then the video cut off. That was it. I turned the USB over to police. They took it, promised to look into it, and never called me back. About 2 months later, I got a call from a detective, a new one. He sounded disturbed. He said they received an anonymous tip about the same property Dana had worked at. When investigators went to check, the entire facility had been emptied overnight. All the signage was gone. But behind the building, buried under construction debris, they found 3 sealed metal barrels. Inside were human remains, dismembered, chemically treated, and partially dissolved. The chemicals used were industrial solvents, the same kind used in cleaning supplies. The remains were traced to missing persons from 3 different states. None of them were Dana, but one of the barrels had a cleaning label still partially intact. It said Clearview Contracting, the name of Dana's business. When I heard that, I couldn't breathe. The detective told me quietly off the record that it looked like the company had been disposing of bodies under the guise of waste management, using cleaning subcontractors like Dana to scrub away evidence. He said they believed she figured it out and tried to leave, and that's when they silenced her. After the discovery, Harrington Logistics and Research vanished completely. Their website was deleted, the LLC dissolved, the phone number stopped working. A few weeks later, the entire building was torn down. The lot was fenced off for environmental cleanup. And just like that, every trace of them was gone. It's been 3 years now. Sometimes I still get random texts from unknown numbers, jumbled letters, coordinates that lead to nowhere. A few weeks ago, I got a new one. It said you shouldn't have told anyone. Then yesterday morning, I found something sitting on my porch, a single black rubber glove, the same kind Dana wore when she cleaned. No note, no footprints. Local news reported that a logistics and research facility involved in improper waste disposal had been linked to multiple disappearances. The segment ran for less than 30 seconds before it was pulled off the air. The detective who worked Dana's case retired unexpectedly, and the last thing he ever said to me was this: "We found cleaning records with her name on them, dated the night she disappeared, but that facility was shut down weeks earlier. She shouldn't have been there." I drive past that empty lot sometimes. It's just a field now, overgrown, silent. But every time I roll down my window, I swear I can still smell bleach. And something underneath it, something metallic, something like blood. If you ever take a job that feels wrong, trust your gut, because no contract is worth becoming part of the cleanup.